Hot take, you do not need surgery for a torn rotator cuff. Do you have a rotator cuff tear or afraid that you have one? Do you struggle with shoulder pain with sleep or throughout the day? What if I told you that more than 1 in 4 people will have a rotator cuff tear in their lifetime? Rotator cuff tears are way more common than people think, and you do not need surgery to fix a majority of them. You are not alone if you're having a rotator cuff tear or shoulder pain. Check out my top 3 exercises for improving strength in the rotator cuff and reducing pain. How do I know this? Because I'm Dr. Joey Seyforth, owner of Comeback Performance and Wellness, where we've helped over 1,000 people around the world recover from shoulder pain and get their lives back through our online one-on-one coaching program. In this episode, I'm going to go over my top 3 favorite rotator cuff exercises to improve strength and stability in your shoulder. Before we get into the exercises, let's talk about what the rotator cuff actually is. The rotator cuff is made up of 4 muscles that attach from the shoulder blade to the shoulder, and they can be remembered by the acronyms SITS. S-I-T-S. The supraspinatus muscle is the most commonly torn rotator cuff tendon. It starts in this crease right here and attaches to the shoulder. It's responsible for abduction or bringing our arm out to the side like this. So if you're having that pain kind of through here, or your arm is falling down, it might be indicative of a supraspinatus tear. The next 2 rotator cuff muscles are the infraspinatus and teres minor. They both attach to the back of the shoulder blade and attach to the shoulder. They're responsible for external rotation strength. So basically this motion coming out to the side, as well as bringing our arm up to 90 and rotating back. So if we have a tear there, it's often going to be the back of the shoulder. The last rotator cuff muscle is the subscapularis. It attaches to the front of the shoulder blade and the front of the shoulder. When this one is torn, we're often having some pain in the front of the shoulder and lacking that stability. The motion for that muscle is going to be internal rotation. So bringing our arm in towards our belly button like this, or also bringing it down from a 90-degree position. These muscles together combine to provide stability to the shoulder joint. If you think of a golf ball on a tee, the golf ball stays centered. That's exactly what the rotator cuff muscles are designed to do to keep the shoulder in the best positions throughout the day and when we're lifting them in different positions. When the stability of the rotator cuff muscles are compromised, whether they're weak or have been torn, this could lead to shoulder pain due to the shoulder not having the support and rubbing on other structures such as ligaments, bursa, tendons, and more. Now that we've talked about what the rotator cuff is and how it provides support to the shoulder, let's talk about 3 exercises to help build strength in the shoulder. The first exercise is going to target the supraspinatus muscle, the most common muscle that is torn in the rotator cuff, and the exercise is called Sidelying Shoulder Flexion. To do this exercise, grab a light dumbbell and lay on your side. The shoulder that you're working should be on top. What you're going to do from here is you're going to raise your arm up to the side with the goal to bring your bicep towards your ear. You want to pick a weight that can provide a good burn and keep pain levels to a 1, 2, or 3 out of 10. If you're forcing the motions and using too much weight, it's going to have the opposite effect and flare up the shoulder. The next exercise is going to target the infraspinatus and teres minor muscles of the rotator cuff that provide external rotation. The exercise is called a banded W hold. You're going to grab a band and flip your palms up. Keeping your elbows by your sides and keeping them there the entire time, you're going to pull the band apart and hold. You should feel the back muscles of the shoulder blade engaged and turning on throughout the exercise. This is targeting the posterior rotator cuff. Complete 2 sets of 4 with an 8-second hold with this exercise. If your shoulders aren't shaking or you're not having enough of a burn, you could either increase the reps or increase the time under tension of you holding the band out to the side like that. The last exercise is targeting the front of the shoulder blade and rotator cuff with the subscapularis muscle. The exercise is called banded subscap punch. When the subscapularis muscle is weak, this often can lead to shoulder pain in the front of the shoulder because it's lacking that stability in that area. To do this exercise, you're going to attach a band to a rig and walk out from the rig. The shoulder that you're going to be working is the side that's closest to the rig where the band is attached. Next, while starting with your elbow bent and holding onto the band, you're going to slowly raise your arm up to get your bicep by your ear while still keeping your elbow bent throughout the process. Complete 3 sets of 10 of this exercise. If you want to make it harder, you'll simply walk further away from the rig, and if you want to make it easier, you're going to do the opposite and walk closer towards it. These 3 exercises can be so beneficial for so many people that are having shoulder pain or rotator cuff tears, with it being the Sidelying Shoulder Flexion to hit the supraspinatus muscle, the banded W holds to hit the infraspinatus and teres minor, and the subscapularis punch to hit the front of the shoulder blade in the subscap area. Although these exercises are very beneficial, this is not the permanent fix for shoulder pain or rotator cuff tears. As we discussed earlier, when we have a rotator cuff tear, it compromises the stability of the shoulder. These exercises can help, but they're not going to check all the boxes that you specifically need to fix this for good. You do not need surgery for a rotator cuff tear. What you need is a specific shoulder program that takes you from point A to point B, checking all the boxes, getting you out of pain, improving your mobility, and restoring the strength and stability of your shoulder. There are many steps along the way to permanently fix shoulder issues and set you up for success and longevity. This is why getting a thorough shoulder assessment, understanding the root cause behind your issues, and having a game plan that can check all the boxes is necessary for your success in eliminating the shoulder pain. If you're ready to take that next step and take control of your shoulder health, text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 to get a step-by-step tailored approach on how to fix all your shoulder issues and get you back to being an active individual without shoulder pain. Do this right now if you're trying to take control of your health and get your life back. After you reach out, please like and subscribe to the channel. It allows me to get the resources and information out to as many people as possible. At Comeback Performance and Wellness, we have one mission. We're trying to help 1 million people around the world eliminate shoulder pain, avoid any unnecessary imaging and injections, and get their lives back. If you are suffering, you know anybody who's having shoulder issues, please do not hesitate to reach out. At Comeback Performance and Wellness, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.